Hello everyone, am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Alright, so before we begin, do we have any questions, any doubts? Any questions on the topics that we have dealt with so far?
Hello?
Yes, Priya, please go ahead.
Yeah, can you please show me once how to create a master detail relationship on lookup relationship when the records are there in master detail relationship? How to change from lookup to master detail?
Oh, okay. See, for that you go to object, then whichever object you want to go to that. There you find for your lookup. So here you can see that there is one lookup.
Yeah.
Now go back to your record and check if that field is populated. So you're going back to your record, finances, and you click on go. You can see here that these are the records. Now edit the view and add here one more field to display, that is finance ID and case. You know that for master detail to occur, every field should be populated. But if you see right now, there are all these fields are vacant. Just one case is linked, rest are vacant. So what we need to do first of all is we need to make sure that this is present at all the places. So you click on edit and you
Okay.
provide case to it. Case. So just like that, you will have to edit all your records. And if there are any other validations there, you'll have to make sure that those validations are also satisfied.
Okay.
Okay. Now, once you will be done with this, with filling up of all the case values and satisfying all the validations, then you need to go back and you need to click on, so here it is, you need to click on edit. So once you do that, you'll find here a button.
Change field type.
Change field type.
Yes.
Now you can click over here and you can change it. Okay, you understood the prerequisite? The first
Yes.
thing is you need to populate it. Unless you won't populate, it won't work for you.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, no problem. Any other questions given? Okay. So if we do not have any questions, let's start. Today what we'll do, we'll look at, so rather than going through programming today, we will try to understand, questions. Sorry, I missed your questions. Just a minute. Okay, sorry, I didn't saw this thing. How to make input a pick list from where I can choose origin. Right now it allows to enter origin as string. Code works to populate the case list according to input origin. Okay. Make input pick list. Okay. So you're making use of a controller. So if you're making use of controller, you want to add here a pick list. Alright, next thing is, okay, that's it. So what you need to do right now is if you're saying that you want to add here a pick list. Now for this, you have two mechanisms. Give me a minute. So, just a minute. Is my screen visible to all of you? Alright, then let's see this. DB, discussion board. Oh no, then it is not reflecting. Give me a minute. I'll change it. So is it visible now? Okay. So first of all, let me get the code. Create, develop with classes. So let's get this one first. Create new. Add it here and save. Okay, then another thing is you need a Visualforce page. So let's get that as well. Now you can save it. Click on edit. Go to here for the component reference. Now in the component reference, if you will scroll down, you will find something called select list. Give me a minute. Here it is. Select list. Just open this and open the usage of it. If you check through this is nothing but your dynamic pick list. We call it dynamic pick list. If we want to pass some values that has to be dynamically selected, we can do that with the help of a dynamic pick list. Let's try to understand this example, and I'll go back and write there the code for the current one. If you can see here, it is also a controller which is picking up a select list which is dynamic. Now to this you can see that the value is populated from countries. If you want to make it multi-select, you can add here multi-select is equal to true. Then for the options, where is it getting the options from? It is getting it from the items. Right? Now, if you go to the code, you can see here that there is something called get items. And in the get items, we are creating a select option. Select option is nothing but it will be the option that will populate the values. So then these options will be populated here, and on the basis of these options, these items will be created. Now for these items, these options will be added. You want to create here the values for countries. So whatever is listed in the country option, that should be shown. So you will be creating this get countries, which will return you the countries, and set countries that will send you the country values. Right? Using this, you can populate your value here in your select list. So same thing, same logic you will have to apply at your within your code as well. So what you will do, you will first create a select list. Let me do this. So you are having this select list. So rather than adding an input text, add a select list here. Now for this you can add origin, and I can add here, let me put here some values and I can place it like items. Once that is done, I can go back to my code, and within this I can create it. So for this, now to create it, what can I do? So I need origin str, which will be my default getter and setter in this case. So as per the example that we were looking at, Here it is. So if you notice in the example, whatever is the countries. Now this countries, you know that whatever is the select list, that should be created like a getter and setter. Then only it will be available here. So for creating that, what you can do, you can create your own countries over here. You can see that this is default countries string which is populated and it is showing here. What you can also do is you can directly add here, add it like a text, a simple getter and setter will also work. So let's add a simple getter and setter in this case. So this is the origin str. Let's go back, let's add public, and you can add here list, you can add here origin str. It should be a string type, so add here string, add your origin str, add here default getter and setter. Now what you have done, if you come back to the Visualforce page, you have created so you have created a select list. To that select list, you want to pass your values. The values which you have populated are the part of your system that will show what you need to show in the front end. Now for this, to be visible at the in the front end, you are passing the values with this value option. Now there is one thing which is option and another thing which is list. So when you are creating a select list, it will show you the values for your city. I mean not the city but the origin string that you are placing here. In this option also, you have select options that you are placing for items. That items will show the values from the pick list, what values you are picking up, what values you are placing there. Now, so what you have done here, origin string you have added as origin str, that you have added as a default getter and setter. Well, for the next option, you are having items, and that items will help you to add options to your list in this case. So whatever options you want to add, you can add that using the select option. Other than this, if you want to add anything else, that can be added from this select options itself. So now you can go back to your code and let's create a list over here. So you have this origin string that you have created as a getter and setter. Let's create here this search string. Also, okay, this was a search string which appeared like a string to you. Now for this origin string, you can add your values. So this is your method. Let's do it within the constructor itself. So let's place here constructor public case origin, and you can specify so yours is items. So we can place it within items. We can create public list items string can add here. Now there can be two ways. One is dynamically adding and another one is statically adding. But here you cannot do dynamic add because there is no, it is not stored in database as a value. Rather, it is a field which is having this as a pick list. So what you will have to do, and you will have to pick it like this way. You have to pick it directly from here. So you can directly add items to it. You can write like items dot add, and you can specify what you want to add. For example, phone, and you can add items dot add dot add. You can specify here where, and the next option you can specify items once you have created a list, legal modifiers, so you can add it here. Okay, let's check if this is working now. Case origin dot items. Case origin dot items. And here. Gift. Invalid select option found. Select option type. Just a minute. So just get items, items, fetching the value, items are size, items is fetching the option. Just a minute now. Constructor, we are using the options. Get items. Okay. Second, we have added select option, we have added this. Then we have added countries. Countries, we have get countries and set countries. We have passing countries here. String. I'm getting some errors right now. I will drop this code. I'll fix this and drop this code by in maybe within 2 to 3 hours. this is not populating values for now, though the error is removed, it is not able to populate the value for now. It is just placing it as origin values and it is just populating that. It is not placing that dynamic search value over here. What basically we need to do, we need to create a search list and populate it with options. Till this point it is right, but it is not able to pick up the value that is this origin string. So just a minute. Yeah, there is some network problem at my end. It is not working properly. Today we won't have session for 2 hours. It will be just for 1 hour, and we'll wrap up at around 8 or 8:10. We'll continue with the session in the next from the next day. Today there is some audio issue also, and I'm not feeling well as well. So we'll continue with the session in the next day. And to this problem also, I'll tell you the solution. There is something wrong with the select list over here. I'll post out the solution for this. Right now, it is not populating the value in my pick list. So what I'll do is post this value. Meanwhile, I'll continue with the other thing and I'll post the solution for this. Okay. Alright. So, okay. So today we had to start with, sorry. Yeah, we'll start with campaign management, opportunity management, lead management, and the entire process corresponding to that. So let's start with that. So let me give you an example first. So we are talking about a scenario where there is a person and he is trying to open a business in at some place. Now, whenever he is thinking about that, what will he start first? So the very first question that he'll get is what he should make, where, what he should sell, where he should sell, to whom does he want to sell. All these things come to his mind. Now, once he has decided for all these things, if you remember, we had discussed about this in first, probably in demo or next intro section, what, where, whom. And after he has done this, so what means what person, what is the matter that has to be sold? Where means the locality where you can find appropriate customers for them, or you can, if you want to sell them over any platform. Whom means who is the user to whom you want to sell this to. So if it is basically the segmentation part of it, where you decide that which is the user who is having access to it, and what are the various things that can be sold to a person at a time. So this is what is here. Now, for the next step, once you know that what you want to sell, where and whom, you have answered all these questions. In the next step, you decide that you want to market for these things. You want other people to know about this. And when you say this, that you want others to know about your product and all, at that point you can go ahead and you create a solution for that. Now what you do here, you connect with the people. Now there can be various modes of connecting with them, and that entire thing is called campaign management. So we are talking about campaign management for now. Now what campaign management says, we create a campaign for a product. We know that this is nothing but a sort of marketing. You can consider it a marketing step. Now it can be a mass marketing because you need to connect with people. You need to tell people that okay, there is a product in the market, no matter whether they are interested or not, because you don't know who may be interested or who may not be. So you need to tell them. Now for doing this, there can be various modes. And how can you do that? So you can have some flyers, you can have mass emailing, you can have mass emailing of the product, you can make use of some online tools like Facebook or Twitter. You can have advertised through TV, mass media. You can have something like road shows, etc. Anything. So there can be various means of doing this, and all these will be the part of your campaign management. When you create a campaign, you allocate some to it. You know that this is the budget that you need to provide for this. Allocate budget, and once you allocate the budget, others start working for this. This will be the part of your campaign management. And once you are done with your campaign, the next step that comes in is to make sure that whatever budget is being allocated, as to that, are you able to, so how much of that was utilized? So let's say if you spent, let's say, 10,000 bucks, and out of that you got 100 leads, whatever, you give some ratio, you give some numbers. So you need to decide that was your campaign successful, was your campaign successful, and that campaign success, it depends upon what criteria you had. You decide, was your campaign successful as per your criteria. Were there any failures? Any failures? You need to note down. Is there any failures? You need to note down the reasons for that, reasons for that. Whatever was the reason for that, you need to note down that, and you need to make sure that you do not repeat them in future. So once the campaign is completed, even though it was successful, you decide, was there any failure? Was there any instance where you overran the budget? Overran budget. You do all these things in order to make sure that you do not repeat the same things in future. So as a part of it, you do the marketing, and this marketing step is nothing but your campaign management. Right. So you will be creating campaign, and that's what is campaign management. Now, while you create this campaign, you do the campaigning, you get as a result of it something that is called leads. Let's understand the term, what is lead. So leads are the people who may or may not be buying, interested in buying your product. So let's say, so who may buy your product or who may not buy your product. So we are talking about now something that is called lead management. I'll show you this on the system. I'm right now just explaining how the process flows. So we will go to lead management after this. And as a part of lead management, what we say is that a lead is someone, let's first understand the term lead. So lead is someone who may or may not buy your product. You don't know about this. So who may or may not buy your product. Now, whosoever is the user who may buy your product or who may not buy your product, corresponding to them, corresponding to these folks, you have to market your product. You need to sell your product. Now, even if you get a signal or any indication that they are interested, for any reason you feel that they are interested in buying your product, they will become a lead to you. For example, you created an advertisement which is for a campaign which is launched on Facebook for some XYZ product which is there. Now, for this XYZ product which is there on Facebook, someone came to the page and this guy liked it. Now, when this guy liked it, you know that definitely either this person knows about this or this person is interested in buying it, or probably this specification that you had given for the product, the user is interested in that. For example, whenever there is a new mobile coming up in the market, you go and read for the various reviews that are there on the for it, right? That is what is basically that is when you are actually a lead for that market management for that mobile phone companies. You may be interested in buying the product. You will be surprised to know that Amazon takes care of this. Amazon makes use of these leads somehow. So what they do, so whenever you surf over the Amazon's website for some product, what they do, they know that you are potential leads for them. As a result, if they know your location now, they know the addresses with the help of the GPS systems, and now even the computer, your browser traces which location you're working with. So if they know your location, what they generally do is they place it in your nearby store. The product is placed in your nearby store so that you can get that as easily as possible. Now this is also a sort of analytics and a part of lead management also, because they are actually considering you as a lead and know that you can be a potential customer to them. You would have also noticed that once you visit a product, next time when you visit Facebook or you visit any other website, you get the product notification along the different lines of it. That's also the part of lead management where they are pursuing you to buy those products. You can also consider that as a part of campaign management. Facebook is one such platform where all these activities keep on going. So anyways, let's come back to this. So we know that anyone who may, we don't know whether he will buy or not, but he may be interested. So that interested people, we need to capture them, we need to consider them, and we need to make use of them. So where do we get these leads from? We get these leads from campaigns. Many times we get also purchase leads. Purchase leads means, so there is a bank account, you know that you have a bank account and you have so and so amount of money in your account, or even if you don't have, you have a bank account that's good enough for you to qualify as a potential business for one or the other company. In that case, what they do, they go with the banks and they get a purchase list. That is also called purchase list. So either they get them from campaigning or they get some purchase list. They upload it in system and they start their campaigning from there. So this is also one part of it. So you get these leads. Once you get the lead, now once you connect with them, now this lead may say that, so you explain him all these scenarios. You would have got calls from telemarketing people many times, and whenever they start explaining you something, you may feel bored and you may just put down the phone without without talking about this to the people, which means that you are a dead lead. You're not at all interested in the product. So in that case, these people are not thereafter taken forward and we close those leads. But if at all you show some interest, you ask, so for example, there is a guy who wants to sell his insurance policies and he's explaining insurance policies to you. Now, you may pose some questions that, okay, tell me if this one is better or that one is better, or if I'm paying this much interest or this much amount, what is the resultant? Things like that. So you are asking questions, which means you are interested. So finally, you are a lead who is interested and who may. So finally, you decide that, okay, I want to go ahead with this. I want to further know about it. You still have not decided whether you want to buy this insurance plan or not, but at least you would like to inquire about it. At that point, you are converted, and that is what is called lead conversion. So when you know that this may be a potential customer, when you know that a lead can be a potential customer, at that moment, what you do, you convert the leads. You do convert leads. So when you convert the leads, what happens? These leads move to the next point. That is, they convert it to contacts, accounts, and opportunities. Accounts and opportunities. Okay. So what about contacts? What about contacts? What about leads? What about accounts? So when you have these leads, contacts, and accounts, we are okay. What are contacts? Let's first understand them. So what's the difference between a contact and an account? So when we are talking about a contact is an individual whose detail we save in our system. Individual whose details we save in system. Now, what about account? Account may be of two types. It may be a single user account, individual account, or it can be a business account. Now, when it is an individual account, it has both. So if you notice, if you go to the accounts page, if you click on new, if you see, it is account name. You are entering account name, you enter account number and details, all these things. Corresponding to that, you have a contact. So that, let's say if you create an account, go back. Let's open an account here. And with every account, you'll find one contact that is listed. So account will be an individual account or it can be a business account. Both ways is possible. It can be individual or business account. Individual means it belongs to one person. So we also call it person account. Person account. Now when it is a business account, it belongs to a group of people. And these people will be marked as contacts in Salesforce. Contacts in Salesforce. Right, so you have contact, you have account, and you know that there are two kind of people. One can be individual or business group. Business group means a list of contacts. When do you use this business thing? So let's say, for example, you are a company, you are negotiating with another company, and this another company, you are not just interacting with one person, but a group of people. So one of them can be decision maker, another one can be financer, sorry, the next person can be a law related thing. He is looking at a law related things and all. In that case, it will be a business account. So these are the various ways through which you can get whether it's a contact account or anyone else. Sorry. So okay, so now we know that there is an account. We know about contact. What about opportunity? So what about opportunity? So you know that when you know that a lead is probably your coming business, you know that when you convert a lead, you know that this may provide you some business. So anything that provides you business will be an opportunity for you. I'm not saying still that it will surely provide you business. Even if the lead is interested, we convert it. The moment we convert, we get an account, we get a contact, and we get an opportunity. And for that opportunity, we can have a business. So this is nothing but getting a business for your opportunity. So if you know that you may earn some revenue out of it, earn some revenue from that, it will be an opportunity for you. So now that you know this thing, let's come back to this. So these are the various things that we have. We have lead management. We know that once the person is interested, will convert it. Immediately will receive contact, account, and opportunity. Then we jump to the opportunity management. Now what is there as a part of opportunity management? We know that we have leads. And as a part of this opportunity management, we are considering whether those leads can now be converted and what are the stages for it. So there are various stages of opportunity. And corresponding to every stage, there is some percentage probability that is associated. Which means that if you are negotiating probability, for example, there may be, so you have several stages. One is like, for example, you have negotiation, okay, or you have quotes. So when you send quotes, it means that probably 70% you're done with the deal. Then only you start negotiating for it. Right. So with every stage, there is a default probability which is established, which will account you to calculate the amount that can be generated from the amount that percentage is taken as expected revenue. Expected revenue. I'll show you this on the system too. So expected revenue. Once you get that, you need to associate your product with that. Now, product in Salesforce, it means both product as well as services, both. Whenever you provide any product, or if you want to sell any service, in both the ways it will be considered. Both the products as well as services will be the part of it. Now, once you have created products, with every product there is a price that is associated. With every product there is a price that is associated. And it may be possible that you may have different prices for different markets. When you have different prices for different markets, in that case, you make use of that is something that is called price book, and you associate your prices with that. Let's see this on the system so that it will be more clearer. Let's go back. So let's start from campaigns. So we start from campaign. We start creating a campaign here. We click on new. And this is my campaign. So I'm creating, so it is Zarentech campaign. You need to mark it active. You can see that what are the different modes through which, what are the different types through which the conferences, the campaigning can be done, like conference, webinar, trade shows, public relations, etc. You choose whatever you feel like. So let's say I want to send emails. My status can be planned, in progress, and complete. Normally we start with planned and thereafter we start moving it as and when we proceed. We select a date that my campaign will be valid from 18th till 22nd. I am expecting that I'll be earning revenue some revenue that I'm marking here, and this is my budgeted cost. This much is what I'm spending, and this is what I'm expecting as a revenue out of it. However, I ended up spending this much amount, and as a result of the percentage response that I was expecting, I got 50% response. How many number of intimations had I sent? So let's say I connected with 2,000 people, 50% of them responded back. Now there is something for the parent campaign, which means that if you were working with any previous campaign, you can connect with that too. So if there was any earlier campaign that you were working upon, and now this is the sub part of it, you can add to this, and you can save it. So as you can see, this is now created. If you notice this screen, you have all the details, data that is present here. Now it may be possible that you may not like to make use of this. You may want some other field. You can definitely add to it because campaign is a standard object in Salesforce. So if you want to edit and add fields to it, you can go to the view fields. You can see that these are the fields that are already present. You can create as many number of fields that you want as per your requirement. Right? Now let's come back. I'm taking only standard fields for now. So this is your field. Notice this part of it, that is total leads, converted lead, contact, response, opportunities, etc. Now notice this part. Now this is the campaign hierarchy. There is this campaign which is listed to it, which is connected to it. If you go to this, you will be sent to the related campaign that you have. Now, if you come back, if you scroll down, you have two parts of it. If you look at the top, there are two parts. One is your advanced setup, second one is manage members. Similarly, if you scroll down to the bottom, you will find manage members here as well, and there are opportunities that are listed. Now, please notice this. For one campaign, there can be multiple opportunities. Remember this. So if you consider the relationship between them, campaign, so when you so when you consider your campaign, GN, it is campaign. Okay, so when you consider a campaign and you consider opportunity, you know that for one campaign there can be multiple opportunities that may be listed. One campaign can be connected to multiple opportunities. Vice versa, this is not true. So with one opportunity, there can be only one campaign. So remember this relation over here, which means that the campaign is parent and opportunities is the child object that is present over here. Now once you have this, you can create opportunities from this, but before you create opportunities, you should know whom you had contacted. And for this, you have this manage members. You can go to the manage members and you can add them. Now you can see here, you can search from existing system, you can import an external file that I have told you, purchase list, that you can get from here. Back. Or if you want to search from the edit members, you can make use of that. So let me add members here. Let me go to add. I'm sorry, this is due to network issue. I'm not able to fix it. That's why I said that probably we'll end up the session soon. So give me 15 minutes. I'll finish off with this and then we'll start from the next session itself. So I'm not sure this is due to some network issue. Okay, let's search here for the existing leads and contacts that we have in the system, and we click on Go. Once we click on Go, you can see here that these are those leads which are already there in the system. If you want to get them, you pick up whatever leads are that you need and you click with send, which means that now the invitation for them, the campaign is sent to these people. And if you go back to the campaign, they will be present in your system as leads here. So leads are present now in your system in the campaign. Now once they are here, and if you want to edit their status, now this is sent, but yet they have not responded. If in case they respond back, what will you do? In that case, you need to edit this and you change their status to responded, which means that these people have responded back and they are now available to you. If you go at the top and you can see here that there is advanced setup. If you want to add some other status here, status value for the members, you can add here. You can click on edit. You can create here one more status, that is hold, on hold, for example. So you can send this and save it. So then you will have one more status available to you, and you can even make use of this. So depending on your requirement, you can add your members, you can add your setup. And if you notice here, there is this total lead, this total number of leads that is present. So you have connected 3 leads with it. Now, as I told you that one of them has responded. So then what you can do, you can go to that lead, and if you feel that now they are interested, you can convert them. So now on the lead page, you can find this convert option. So you go there, you convert it. And while you're converting, it asks you that whether you want to create a new account or if you want to connect with any existing account. If there is an opportunity that you want to connect with, if there is any change in status that you want to add, if there is any task information, for example, I want the people to call the customers and so date. So they'll go back and they'll call to it, and this is a reminder which is also automatically set up. I want to create this opportunity, and I'll create this with this name, and I'll send and convert it. So the moment I'll say convert, I will have a lead plus a contact plus, now you can see here, account got created for the same lead. So I have this contact, I have an opportunity, I have an account related to this, and this is what we were talking about. Now once we have all these, we can now navigate to the opportunity, and then we can work upon it. So this is our opportunity that got created. You can see here the activity also got mapped. So to this opportunity, once you go to this opportunity, you can start working on this. And so to start working on this, you must add the product and services that you wanted to sell. So here is the section for product and services. Now to this you add a product. You can select here from the list of items. You can select them. You can specify quantity for them. Let's say I want to add 10 quantities, 2 quantities. There are some prices that are already added. You can add some dates when you want them to be delivered. We can add that. We can add some line description, text, something that whatever you want to put, and just click on save. So then those products are added. Corresponding to them, the prices are also added. And to that price, there is this summation of this account which is created, summation of this amount which is created. Now, if you notice, there is this stage. This was the stage that I was talking about. So if you go to the stage, if you see through this, there is this drop down. And if you notice that when it is prospecting, it is 10%, which means that there are 10% chances of this deal getting converted, this opportunity getting converted. Then needs analysis, it changes to 20%. ID decision maker, 60%. Proposal and final quote, 75%. Negotiation and review, 90%, which means that the chances keep on increasing as we move down. First is the prospect. We are expecting them that the deal may be converted. Qualification, whether it will be profitable venture for us or not. Need analysis. We need to further search on and dig onto this and need to understand and analyze it. Value proposition. We start calculating what we will get out of it. Decision makers, will they, now it is sending up to the decision maker whether they want to take it. Any kind of perception that we have about it. Then we start negotiating, we send our proposals, and then they start negotiation and review with it. Whether they like that or not, if they want any additional services, if you want to remove any services, we can tell them. Then either the opportunity is won or it is lost. If the opportunity is 1, you can see that the probability changes to 100%. And as a result of it, the expected revenue also changes to 100%. But so you need to save it. So once you will save this, your opportunity will be 100%. But what if you lose? In that case, probability will be 0. You lost the deal, and now as a result of it, expected revenue also falls. Right. So while doing the pipeline calculations, this will be the standard thing which will be taken into consideration. If you want to change it, you can do that because opportunity is also a standard object. You can create your own fields. You can decide what you want to go through that. For that, here is your product. You can see here that there are products, and to these products you can add a price book that we were talking about. So you can go to this plus sign. You can search here for price books. That is price book. Price books. Here is this price book. You can create a new price book for you. So, for example, I want a discounted price book, which means I'll be selling my items on discount for some reason, whatever I feel like. So I turn this active, and if I want to make use of any price book, I can attach to it. But I don't want to make use of any. So I'll save this. I need to add products to my price book so that I may use them. So I add the products. I can see here that there are certain products that are listed. I'll check whatever I need and I'll select and add them. To these items, this is the standard price. I want to add the list price. So since it is a discounted item, I'll be giving some discount to them. So 24,000. 3, 4, 5. So you can add whatever you want to and then save. So now these products are the part of this price book. Okay, any product can belong to multiple price books. So that's not an issue. Products can belong to multiple price books. Now once you have done that, you can go back to the opportunity, and let's say if you want to make use of any opportunity which is having a different price book, all your products will change accordingly. So with an opportunity, there can be only one price book that can be attached at a time. So if you choose for the price book, you go here, you choose for your price book, you want to choose discounted price book, you save it. And if you notice, all the products will be removed because now you have changed the price book. And if you will add, we want to add products, all those which are the part of discounted price book, you can only add them. So this is my product. I want to select. I want to add the quantity. And if you notice, only the price that I had specified, that is actually what is added here. And you can save. And you can notice that accordingly all the prices are calculated. Let me change this page. So with this, your amount will be also reflected accordingly. Right. So, so far we have seen these three things here till the opportunity management. There are more parts to it. We'll see product management, product management. We will see course management, And if you have any doubts with the existing process that I have explained so far, we'll see that as well. Support management, product management, and we'll understand these parts of it also, these sections also. So now I won't take it forward because otherwise I feel that there is a lot of disturbance in the background. What we will do is we'll continue with the next session, and from there onwards I'll explain this entire thing. Okay, what I'll do, I'll explain this entire thing once again. That's what I'm saying, Sushma. I'm stopping this session. I know that if there is background noise, I will not continue this for any long. So just a minute, let me just ask if there is any other problem, any other user who has faced this issue and who has not understood anything from whatever I have taught so far. Alright, since Pushpa, it's from your end only because I'm getting responses that others are able to understand. Okay. Anyways, what I can do is I can explain this again in short to whatever I have taught, and I'll take up the new topics from the next session. So we'll go through this for now. I'm sorry for this because I don't know, there's some issue at my end. It's probably the network. I need to recheck this and we'll go through this again. Sure. I'll anyways will repeat this entire thing in short and you surely will be able to get it. So, we'll wrap up for the day. I don't want you to. Okay, Sushma, probably you should use headphones is what they are saying because others are able to get it. So I'll no problem. I'll do this once again. That's not an issue. So sorry for this. I'll make sure that this should not happen. But I tried to fix this, but that didn't work. That's why I decided beforehand that we'll wrap up soon today. So you go through this. Let's complete these processes, and we'll resume from this point onwards, and we'll take whatever we had seen today, and we'll repeat those things again. Okay? So, alright, so that's all for this day. Let me save this and upload, and let me take the attendance also. Just give me 2 minutes. So, and what we have seen, we saw campaign management, lead management, and there is opportunity management. There are other parts to it as well, so that we'll see in our next session. So this is what we have seen today, and I'll just upload this to materials, that file. Okay, so that's it. And yeah, attendance, one more thing. Okay, where is it? Kiran Kumar, President Gaurav, Veena, Suresh Raju, Suresh, okay, Vijay, President Shashidhar, yes, Sushma, Priya. Alright. Okay, then. Thank you everyone, and sorry for this. We'll continue with the next session, and hopefully I would have resolved this issue by then. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.